What's going on, y'all? Machiavelli Mills TV here, man. I'm sitting here before you guys in awe, excited, and I'm talking about I'm salivating at the mouth because I can't believe a fight is about to occur because I didn't think this fight was ever going to get made. Truth be told, man, Friday, a fight was announced. Manny Pacquiao, yes, the legend, the icon, Manny Pacquiao will take on the undefeated unified welterweight champion of the world, the WBC and IBF welterweight champion of the world, Errol, the truth, Spence Jr., right? Now, I don't care if you're a fan of either one of these guys. You don't even have to be. This fight is great for boxing. It's an exciting fight. People can say what they want to say, you know, push whatever narrative they want to push. However, Manny Pacquiao is still, like, for real, I'm going to give Manny Pacquiao all credit. Manny Pacquiao a gangster for taking this fight. He's a gangster. Because I promise y'all, a lot of dudes at the end of their career would never take a fight like this, especially against a much younger, stronger, bigger opponent, right? But Manny Pacquiao is confident in his abilities, and he knows what he's made of. And that's what you want to see from a champion. A champion is willing to go out, willing to go out fighting some of the best. You got to salute that. You got to respect that because Manny has earned the right to not fight a guy like Errol Spence Jr. He's earned the right to go out on this shield and fight a Ryan Garcia, who I thought he was going to fight. You know what I mean? Somebody of lesser, of lesser status, of lesser experience, of lesser momentum, right? However, man, Pacquiao getting there with Errol Spence Jr. says a lot about him and his character as a fighter and as a man. On the other hand, Errol Spence Jr., this is Errol Spence Jr.'s moment. This is a chance for him to become a mega star, something that he wants to be, a mega pay-per-view star, like something, you know, the next big thing, American star in boxing for real. If he is to defeat Manny Pacquiao, I'm telling y'all, it's going to do wonders for that brother's career. Why? I'm going to tell you this. Errol Spence Jr., yeah, he can talk trash. He can get cocky. He can talk trash with the best of them. However, by nature, Errol's a humble dude. You know what I mean? He's a real gracious guy, especially against opponents, especially when he respects the opponent. I saw how he was and how he conducted himself against Mikey Garcia. He was gracious until the end. He was agitated, ready to fight. Some comments were made about him not being that much of a smart fighter. Mikey Garcia being a more smart fighter, so it turned him up just a little bit, right? But I know he's going to be a respectful guy with Manny Pacquiao. If he defeats Manny Pacquiao, and he defeats him convincingly, maybe even if he stops him, right? And if he is gracious in his victory and gracious towards Manny Pacquiao going forward, I'm telling y'all, the Manny Pacquiao fans will migrate from Manny to Errol Spence Jr. I promise y'all, he will gain the respect of the Pacquiao crowd, and the Pacquiao crowd will become fans. They will have another guy that say, you know what, that's a respectable guy. That's a guy I can salute and respect. He defeated, some Pacquiao fans will say he defeated our guy, but he did it with respect and class, and they will salute and tip their hat to Errol Spence Jr. and may come along board to just hop on board and be a Errol Spence Jr. fan, right? And that's something that Errol Spence Jr. wants. Why? Because the more star power he earns, the more he can demand in the bigger purse he can demand in other fights. He can take the bigger half of the purse. For example, if that fight with Terrence Crawford happens like I wanted to, right? Errol Spence Jr. would have leverage to demand 60-40 at this point, because if you got a legend on your resume, you know what many wonders that would do for you? Not only if he defeats a legend and becomes a pay-per-view name or household type of name after this fight, if they give Manny Pacquiao, they award him his belt back, the WBA belt, right? If they give it back to him, man, listen, that will give Errol Spence 3 belts. If Errol Spence wins, that would give him 3 belts to Terrence Crawford's 1. And that is all the leverage that Errol Spence Jr. needs. Now, if you don't know, Yordenis Ugas was awarded the WBA belt because Manny became the champion in recess because he hadn't fought in a long time. So they gave it to Yordenis Ugas. I believe the belt will come back to Manny Pacquiao because I can't see them not giving this belt back to Manny Pacquiao. I can't see it happening. I believe he's going to get that strap back. This belt is, this fight is too important. It has too much magnitude to it to not have Manny Pacquiao be the champion. 3 belts got to be on the line in this fight, and I think it's going to occur, right? Let's talk about the fight in general. This is a great look. Manny Pacquiao is an older fighter, but the skills, his skills and abilities are still there. right? This is not an old, decrepit old man, as some people may think, you know, or trying to paint it as. This guy was coming off 2 great wins against Adrian Broner. Now, we know Adrian Broner is not the A-level fighter that we once thought he was. However, it was still a much younger opponent, youthful opponent, and Manny Pacquiao made it look easy, right? Then he goes on to defeat undefeated Keith Thurman, a fight that a lot of people may have not thought he was going to win. Got a knockdown in the first round and looked pretty good in the fight. Looked very, very good in the fight. You know what I mean? I thought Keith Thurman won the later half of the fight, but still Manny Pacquiao was super impressive, right? He showed he's still lightning quick, fast, and all of that. I think going into this fight at the beginning of the rounds, that speed will give Errol a little bit of trouble. I really do. I think it's going to cause him some trouble. I think he's going to get hit because Errol is not as mobile as a Terrence Crawford. He can kind of be stationary at times. He can be there to be hit. Only thing is, if you hit Errol, he's going to hit back. He's going to be coming with some thunder. And you got to take some shots to give some shots, right? The thing with Errol is, even when he's up against a great fighter, he will adjust. And eventually, he'll figure some things out. He'll be able to wear you down eventually and get hit and impose his will. I'm sorry, I'm stuttering and all of that. I think he will eventually try to impose his will on Manny Pacquiao, like he did with the Kell Brook. Kell Brook was winning the early rounds of that fight, was looking good. But Errol Spence Jr., I will say this about Errol. Errol got a lot of dog in him. A lot of dog in him. He may not look like, he may not be no street dude. He may be a kid that grew up in a suburban area, but he got a whole lot of dog in him, and he like to get it in and mix it up. And it's going to get to that point in the fight. Now, trading with Manny Pacquiao can be dangerous. Manny can crack without question, right? But so can Errol Spence Jr. And I think that over the later rounds, you're going to see Errol figure that out and adjust to it and dig down and dig deep to try to get Manny up out of there. Will Manny get up out of there? Be there to get up to, excuse me, will Manny be there to get taken out? I don't know. That shall be seen. I know Manny gonna fight back and he's gonna try to give it all his will with this lad. Like, I think this is gonna be. I don't know, man. It depends on how this go. How this works out. If Manny Pacquiao wins, ain't no telling what. I think he'll try to get a Floyd Mayweather fight, another fight. Floyd ain't gonna come back though. It's done. Floyd been gone for too long to try to get in there with a guy who's still fighting young, fresh opponents, who's still got that experience fighting guys who are super, super active. Floyd been gone way too long. He not gonna fight Manny Pacquiao. But I think if Manny were to defeat Errol, that's what he would be looking for, right? I don't know, but I know if he defeats Errol Spence Jr. for real, Manny Pacquiao becomes a top 10 fighter of all time, in my opinion. I already got him in there, top 15 type range right there, right? He become a top 20 fighter of all time. I mean, top 10, excuse me. Top 10 fighter of all time if he defeats Errol Spence Jr. So this is a really, really exciting fight. I'm excited for it. Y'all know me. I'm a huge Errol Spence Jr. fan. Been rocking with Errol Spence Jr. since, I want to say, what fight? The Chris Algieri time, right? But I was a bigger fan of Terrence Bud Crawford, but over the years, I started rocking with Errol a whole lot, right? Love the body work that he displays against his opponents, and I just love the cool, calm demeanor of Errol Spence Jr. One thing about him, man, even when he is going through some wars, and he's in a war and he's getting hit with some stuff, and he's in the midst of some thunder and he's scrapping, his poise, the way he stays calm and doesn't panic, is something that I really, really respect and admire. In that Sean Porter fight, it was times Errol was getting hit with some stuff, right? And even when he wasn't getting hit, Sean was there, coming, swinging, throwing missiles. And Errol Spence Jr. stayed calm. I didn't see him panic or nothing. Stayed calm and was chopping shots in on Sean Porter every single chance he could. Every single chance, every single time. Sean Porter was coming in with the thunder, and Errol was patiently throwing the thunder right back with him and stayed calm and didn't panic. And I said, damn, that's the poise of a championship fighter right there. So it's an intriguing matchup. I think though, my prediction, I believe that at this point in Manny's career, I don't think that, I wouldn't be, look, I'm not going to say there's no chance for Manny Pacquiao to win at all, right? But I will say this. I think at this stage of his career, I don't think Manny could. I don't think Manny is going to outlast a guy who has momentum going in his favor like Errol Spence Jr. A guy that's bigger than him, stronger than him. You can question Errol Spence's knockout power because he didn't stop Mikey Garcia or didn't stop Danny. However, in a Mikey Garcia fight, man, Mikey was fighting to survive. It's really hard to stop a guy who's fighting to survive because he's just trying to do everything. He was just, in his mind, he was winning them rounds if he didn't get dropped. For real. That was the way Mikey's thought process was. However, nonetheless, he did knock out Mikey Garcia. I saw recently, though, that Errol Spence Jr. is back with his old strength and conditioning coach, Blu-ray Fitness. And Blu-ray was the guy that had him looking like the Terminator, shredded when he fought Chris Algieri. I'm talking about, that's some of the best I've ever seen Errol Spence Jr. look physically. Errol Spence Jr. time, Chris Algieri time, Kell Brook fight, that was when Errol was in peak condition. And I think he's going to get back to that ahead of this fight, man. Errol Spence Jr. knows what he's up against. I don't think he is taking Manny Pacquiao lightly at all, especially what he saw get done to Keith Thurman. However, I think that Errol Spence is a better fighter than Keith Thurman. Truthfully. I think Keith got a lot more wrinkles in certain areas, but I think Errol's a better fighter for sure. I think he's a step up. I think he's a notch above Keith Thurman. And I think Keith Thurman knows that as well, which is why he wasn't so pressed to fight him, right? Nonetheless, Keith is a skilled fighter, but Manny beat him. I think this fight will have a different outcome. I'm telling y'all, it's going to be fireworks, though. Guys gonna get hit. They're gonna get hit hard. It's gonna be a lot of exciting moments in this fight. I'm interested to see if Errol will take chances to come in there to try to get a stoppage against Manny Pacquiao. Will he risk getting hit and getting clipped with some shots? Well, I know Manny Pacquiao gonna risk it. I just think that's just he is. He got a lot of guts, and I think that Manny knows what's on the line, like if he can do this and pull this off, and I think he's going to be willing to take those risks to try to prove a point. But if he takes those risks, will he be in trouble? Can he take the punches of Errol Spence Jr. when they come in high volume and all of that? Now, yes, Manny Pacquiao is faster than Errol Spence Jr. He can come from angles and all of that, but I just think that even with the car accident happening, the way I saw Errol Spence Jr. whoop on Danny Garcia worse than anybody ever did, I know that Errol is not just a shell of himself. I know that Errol is still a tremendous fighter. And he's going to prepare. So I got Errol Spence Jr. winning this fight. You know what? I'm going to say this. I'm expecting a fight to last 12 rounds with these Warriors, but I would not be surprised if Errol Spence Jr. stops Manny Pacquiao late. I wouldn't be surprised if he stops him late. If he doesn't, though, I wouldn't be shocked either, but I wouldn't be surprised if Errol stopped him late. Yeah, man, salute to the Senator, man. Manny Pacquiao a gangster for taking this fight. Like I said, he didn't have to take this fight, being his legend is already cemented. However, if he were to defeat Errol Spence Jr., man, his status is going to go to a whole nother level, fam. But if Errol win this fight, I'm telling y'all right now, he's going to be a household name. And eventually, your mama and your grandmama going to know who EJ is, Errol Spence Jr. is, without question. Your mama, your grandmama, your auntie, your stepmama that don't even like sports, she going to know who Errol Spence Jr. is eventually. And that's Errol's goal. Errol's goal is to, you know, is to be the best champion out there, but also to become that mega star. Because I mean, if you're a prize fighter, you want the prize too. And I ain't mad at these fighters for wanting that cash. A lot of people are asking, why the hell is Errol Spence Jr. fighting Manny? Don't make no sense. He's so old. He's old. He's just trying to cherry pick Manny. Listen, man. Anybody in a right mind in the welterweight division would fight Manny Pacquiao if they smart. They know what comes with their fight. Big money. This is going to be Errol Spence Jr.'s biggest payday, without question. This will be his biggest payday thus far, right? And You get a chance to what? Sell out an arena almost. Man, you get a chance to become a mega star if you get a win over Manny Pacquiao, man. A legend on your resume does a whole lot for you. And if you win against that legend, especially, listen, all that old Manny Pacquiao still on a high. He still is out here racking up wins against youthful opponents. You know what I'm saying? Youthful. Keith Thurman was elite, man. Keith Thurman was an elite fighter before Manny got to him. So it showed, that said something about his ability. I mean, Manny's ability and what Manny still can do, right? So anybody in their right mind, if you smart, you gonna fight Manny Pacquiao. I don't give a damn if he ain't got the belt or not. That cash that come with that fight, the legacy stuff that come with that fight, listen, man, that shit is unmatched. You gotta take that. If you can get it, you gotta take it. For real. Especially since I thought Errol Spence Jr. was gonna be fighting Yordenis Ugas. I didn't think this fight was gonna happen at all. I thought he was gonna fight Ugas. You know what I mean? And Ryan Garcia thought he was gonna fight Manny, as y'all saw, and that fell through. You know, so hey, man, I'm excited for this matchup. It's great for boxing. Man, I'm excited to see this one. I'm excited to see Jermell Charlo's attempt at undisputed. I'm excited to see Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury 3. Man, listen. This is a mega fight, man. I want to go to this one. I really want to go to this one. I want to see these guys get down and thump. These two guys that can thump is gonna try to come with that heat and gonna try to get out there and swing guns a-blazing. For real. So we in for a treat, boxing world. Boxing fans everywhere, we in for a treat with this one. You gotta watch this one. You gotta stay tuned. But I'm gonna pick Errol Spence Jr. I'm gonna pick Errol Spence Jr. by decision. But I'm not gonna be surprised if he stopped Manny Pacquiao. Machiavelli Mills TV, I didn't talk enough. Hold on, wait a second. Before I get out of here, like this video, subscribe to the channel, donate to the Cash App. Unfortunately, I told you guys, Cash App has demonetized my channel for whatever reason. But I'm still out here making content and making videos because this is what I love to do. I love talking to y'all as well, man. But they took my money away, man. So I would appreciate if you all can throw me something on the Cash App. Cash App name is $Mac, M-A-C, Miller, M-I-L-L-E-R, the number 5. Again, that's Mac, that's $Mac, M-A-C, Miller, M-I-L-L-E-R, number 5. I'm going to put it in the description box below. Thank y'all for rocking out with me. I didn't talk enough. Peace.